Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And something that AT&T announced as a claim during the analyst day was that they now cover 2.9 million square miles of LTE, which is, I mean, if you put that into perspective, that is a huge number. The United States is only 3.7 million square miles, and AT&T is claiming to cover 2.9 million of that as of the 11th, the analyst day. Now, that's debatable. Crowdsource still shows Verizon much larger, especially on the western side of the map. Now, of course, AT&T could be potentially expanding at a clip that's taken a while for the crowdsourced maps to catch up. That is a very, very strong possibility. But as it stands now, AT&T at 2.9 million, that claim puts them at the largest network in the United States. They would be the largest if we could start getting the crowdsourced maps to back that up. That would be, I think, a very big advantage for AT&T moving forward, especially as they have the first responders network and they potentially get more agencies on board. Give me a second. Excuse me. Yeah, so they get agencies on board, more of the first responders, and then of course perception is going to change towards them having the larger network. Now people are going to feel more comfortable while traveling. They're going to have, they're going to have the perception that, okay, wherever I go now, I should have better coverage and performance on AT&T. So this is a big play for AT&T, a big claim to make. We'll see if we can start seeing that backed up by the crowdsourced maps. But it's a good play nonetheless. I mean, they've been investing big. They've been getting government reimbursements to push that FirstNet spectrum. And of course, they're also adding their commercial spectrum, the band 2, band 4, all that onto those sites as well. And then, of course, the regular AT&T consumer is allowed to take advantage of those sites as well. So 2.9 million. The last report we got from Verizon is they're at 2.76 million, around there. So that would give AT&T a significant advantage if this were to be backed by crowdsourced. And, we are seeing people report that, hey, look, I'm going to areas where AT&T has service and Verizon doesn't. So we are getting those reports. So that is definitely happening, especially if there's any kind of population. AT&T has to be there because of FirstNet. They have to be the network for first responders, and they know that. So they got to push that to the next limit, and that is, that's what they're doing. They didn't talk about wireless much at the analyst day. They're not going big on millimeter wave. I could tell you guys right now, they're going to be more or less kind of like T-Mobile, where it matters, where it makes sense type of deal. That's what AT&T is shooting for. Verizon is the only ones that are going to take this to the extreme. They want to do 70 plus thousand millimeter wave nodes by 2024. Not one carrier is another carrier is going to get even close to that. Dish doesn't even have millimeter wave in their plans at all. They still got to build a macro network that has coverage. So they're involved in that. And T-Mobile and AT&T are going to deploy where it makes sense. That's their approach. Verizon is putting up nodes everywhere. Running fiber, trenching fiber, putting up nodes everywhere. And some agree that that's the way to go, and some agree that it's not the way to go, especially when two other carriers are saying they're not going to go that route. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Do you think this is a big advantage for AT&T to be able to claim the largest network in the United States? They claim 2.9 million at this analyst day. They're likely going to shoot for 3 million plus by the end of the year. Do they get to 3.7 million? Remains to be seen. A lot of that coverage now, especially on the western part, is going to become mountainous coverage. They got to get in the mountains. They got to deploy small cells. They got to do what they got to do to get coverage in those parts. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel. Follow the social media outlets for more updates and interactions. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See you in the next one. Peace.